Atkinson was thrilled to see you at the half.
Just like most people are. He said that the Thunder hit him with hurricane-like force. Of those 13 turnovers, 8 of them were live ball to play with some own force of them for themselves. And they said they got to do something different on SGA. That's a pretty obvious one as well. But they're going to start big here. Kenny said, watch out, we may have to go small like we did to end the first half again.
Lou Dort hits him with a three-pointer. Thank you, Jared. And thanks to Kenny Atkinson and Jared Allen for talking with us. Very similar to his start against Oklahoma City last week. He's got 7 now.
And that was a big shot right there. If he can get going, he was 2 for 12 in that first half. Donovan Mitchell, so important as you see that swarming defense creating another turnover.
And they don't foul. That's what's so impressive is at what point does Kenny Atkinson to the next game start thinking about maybe some personnel, maybe getting some guys some playing time who don't normally do that? Their next game is Saturday in Minnesota. Thunder play tomorrow in Dallas, so they'll have a second of back-to-back on the road tomorrow. As Mitchell is
on the whip around show on the NBA app.
Donovan Mitchell is down against Oklahoma City in the 2 matchups thus far. And as long as he's out there. Lou Dort left wide open. Gilgeous-Alexander saves tonight. It is not too early to promote our second game of the doubleheader tonight. The Rockets in Sacramento.
Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead and promote it.
Oh, man! It's been a blowout of epic proportions. Unexpected with 2 teams that are these 2 pieces together. They have stars in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell, and potentially 4 All-Stars coming up. I mean, they've got plenty of star power on their team as well. But the roster fits, and they look like both teams. They enjoy playing together, enjoy playing with each other, and they've built something special this year. As Mitchell is denied by Williams, the other Williams with a rebound. The Santa Clara Williams got the block. And here is Lou Dort. Allen is fouled.
They had, obviously, this game not indicative of what they've been, but the big difference in years past, when they win as Donovan Mitchell wins. If he didn't play well, they didn't win. This Mitchell only had 11 points, but Mobley, Allen, Garland all contributed. And I think you're right. Multiple guys will make the All-Star game this year in the Eastern Conference.
The man from Arkansas, after picking up his 4th foul, here's Dean Wade in the corner.
And what's impressive, there's no let-up ever from OKC. They may not make shots offensively, but the commitment to defense.
Averaged 30-plus points per game the last 3 years. Got a chance to do it as the leading scorer this year. Last year and this year, averaging 30 points a game, 5 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, and shooting 50% from the field. Only others to do that, Stephen Curry in that 15-16 season. Michael Jordan.
No, I called it Scotty. What are you talking about?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that was on Joe Dumars.
No switch. No switch. You're ISO.
I'm sorry, Joe. Hard to stop.
He's day that monster 4-team trade went down, sending James Harden from Houston to Brooklyn and sending Jared Allen from Brooklyn to Cleveland. Cleveland was on their way to a 50-loss season that year. They have not had a losing record since. Jared Allen is one of the foundational pieces of this turnaround. Lou Dort hits another one. He is everything standing between this average Joe and $100 grand is surviving the most elaborate prank on television. The Joe Schmo Show premieres Tuesday at 9 Eastern on TBS. Cleveland, a turnover and a timeout. Their 15th of the game. This is one of the better teams in the league protecting the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls the string. Can't hit it. That score is accurate. This has been one of the more shocking developments in the regular season this year. 97-61. The Thunder with the lead.
There could have been 3 little for an easy 2. Maybe the easy is 2 tonight for Cleveland. OKC team has been so dominant, BA.
Cavs had a 12-game winning streak snapped Sunday against the Pacers. As joined him in the NBA. Santa Clara had 3 years there. Great player at Santa Clara. Turned himself into the kind of pro that I don't think many expected. Thought he'd be a good pro, but he's developed so quickly in this.
I know another great player who went to Santa Clara.
Oh, yes, there's a few. Nash. Rambis.
I used to call him, you know, Captain Canada, but I think now that's SGA.
That might be. Plays it in. And Garland is fouled.
This year for them has been that world champion Boston Celtics, and didn't really get a chance to see KC in their defense.
Grant, they're 6.5 up on Boston in the East.
It's crazy.
For the best record. They're 7 up in the loss column starting play. Xander puts 2 more on the board. He's got 34. Game's easy right now for the Thunder. Garland in transition. And we got to count that one. In Oklahoma City and Cleveland. Where do you see it all laying out come season's end? I mean, Boston had a so-so month of December, but still the defending champs.
Boston is the team to beat. Too good, too
Up over Houston. We're going to see. But the Thunder 6 games up over Houston right now. Thunder the 1 seed last year as well. 6 now. How many will he score? How long will he be on the floor? That's a big question right now. Karis LeVert is fouled. All the 1s are and the 2s are good.
I mean, it is a gauntlet out there. Friends, I mean, think about it. Minnesota, they haven't been as strong. Obviously, some changes to their personnel, but currently an 8th seed, playing OKC in the first round. If the playoffs were to be right now, and they were to win in the play-in, of course. But I think last year, this season, they won the first round, the OKC Thunder. They were in a tough matchup in the second round, lost to Dallas. Too easy. And right now has a 38-point game.
As Mark Dagnall has him out there. Another guy in that trade 4 years ago. Went from Brooklyn to Indiana, and then eventually the Cavs traded for him. Caruso!
Bald eagle.
And Caruso gets the steal. Turnover number 16. Gilgeous-Alexander, no. And hits the shot
Of the Thunder.
Sam Presti made 2 key additions with Caruso and Hartenstein.
I just
covering needs.
And I can't wait to see this team healthy at its best at the end of the season.
Caruso was in this Oklahoma City organization in the G League when Dagnall was the head coach down in the G League. It's Gilgeous-Alexander. Some feat of athleticism. Extra pass. Everybody gets a touch. Joe Cash.
2 minutes left in the third quarter. Over 115 points.
They're in great shape right now where they are in their standings. Now the priority is to make.
Missed 18 games. Thank you, Jared. Signed a 4-year extension in December. It keeps him out of free agency. He is signed through the 28-29 season. Played his college ball at Texas A&M.
And has championship experience. And we still have time in the third quarter.
Question is how in this game. A 40-piece.
A 40-piece. Impressive. I think he might shoot it again.
Caruso out to Williams.
But Caruso, his value, playoff experience, championship experience, if he can stay healthy, I think his value will really be seen in the postseason for the Thunder.
Kenny Atkinson was talking about the Cavs in that light too, as far as the playoffs go and the lack of experience in the playoffs. You know, this is a team that's still building. They put together this great regular season, but that'll be the real test for them for their next step. Oklahoma City went through that last year. Feels like the Thunder maybe a year ahead of this pace that Cleveland is on right now. Cleveland still has to deal with Boston as well in the East, among others. But Boston, until proven otherwise, still the class of the East after their title last year. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he takes on Strus. Strus held his ground. Niang missed it. Williams the rebound, and we're coming to the end of the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with 40. Does he take the last one here?
Yes.
Ty Jerome guards him. And Williams off 1 foot. He's got it on the board after 3 quarters.